Try to go to church and not donate anything to that basket.
They look at you so weird.
I know. Like you're going to hell. They look at you more weird than they look at each other after molesting some children. Welcome to another episode from Takedowns to Breakdowns with A&P, and today we're here to give a little bit of a rundown of some of the things that have happened in the past couple of weeks, or week or so. But I want to start off with something that actually happened a couple of weeks ago. Nickelback got inducted into the Canadian Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Slim pickings for the Hall of Fame.
I was about to say, damn, like, we could get into that Hall of Fame.
Dude, like, he's probably standing next to legends like Neil Young and Rush.
And that's it.
And the Tragically Hip, which I can't stand the Tragically Hip.
And there's that big open space.
And the Bare Naked Ladies, I'm sure they're there.
Oh, probably. And there's also that big open space ready for Devin Townsend. Because he better be there.
Dude, he's totally going to be. If he's not there already, he's definitely going to be there. Fuck, if he doesn't make it, fuck, who else is going to make it? Voivod should make it. They won another Juno. For those of you who don't know, Junos are like the Canadian Grammys. Just less grandeur.
Yeah,
it's like on a minor scale, you know. But it's the same thing. It's the awards is exactly the same thing as the Grammys. So they just won again. Like they won, then Unleash the Archers won, and then they won again. Wow, 2 Junos in 3 years.
That's pretty good right there.
That's pretty good. Basically, they won a Juno for the last 2 records. How cool is that?
That's really cool. Back-to-back record Junos.
Yeah, how cool is that? You know, so they should have been inducted into the Hall of Fame.
Not
fucking Nickelback.
Yeah.
Seriously, Nickelback.
Some real talent.
And apparently they won a lawsuit. They sued somebody and they won.
Really?
These guys are just winning.
Nickelback is like the one time Canada didn't do something right and America had to do it better with Creed.
Fuck, Creed. Speaking of Creed, apparently people are trying to book them, like a reunion.
Really?
Yeah. There's all these promoters sending them offers for like either a one-off shows or like an actual tour, and they're like, nah, we're not doing it.
No more Creed, no.
So I don't think the Creed reunion is ever going to happen.
I wish. I would go.
Everybody's talking about it. Everybody wants to see it. Well, I don't know about everyone, but at least there's enough promoters out there that want to see it. There's people out there that want to see it, but I'm sure there's fans that want to see it. But the band is saying, no, you got to go see Alter Bridge.
Goddamn.
Or Scott Stapp on his own as his solo stuff.
You know what though? I would want to see Creed back together, definitely. But they gotta play the fucking what was it, Marlins or Marlies? What was the
the Marlins?
The Marlins fucking baseball song. If you've never seen that,
go on YouTube.
It's not really Creed. It's just Scott Stapp singing about the Marlins.
And then, to add insult into injury, Rick Allen, the drummer of Def Leppard, got beaten up outside of a club in Florida. Like, I mean, what the fuck?
I don't know.
You see a dude with one arm, and like, what the fuck did he do that pissed you off so much?
I know.
Like, you're not only beating up an older guy, you're beating up an older handicapped guy who's also part of one of the biggest rock and roll bands of all time. You know?
I don't know, man. But he's in Florida. You have to also take that in consideration.
I wonder if the other guy told him to put him up.
Square up.
Come on, don't be a puss. Like, what crosses people's minds, dude? Like,
dude, I can't
seriously.
I honestly can't think about how that interaction went down.
How do you go home and boast to your buddies that you beat up a guy with one arm?
Dude, oh my god, I watched a video on...
And it was actually it's not even a young guy with one arm.
I watched a video on Twitter today, and it was these 2 homeless guys fighting, and there was a guy cheering for one of the homeless guys, and he had no arms and no legs. And then when it panned back to him, he got out of his chair and started hopping and beating the fuck out of one of the guys he didn't want to win, so he was like throwing hands.
Oh, I thought you meant the homeless guy had no arms and no legs.
The one who jumped out of his chair, yeah.
Was he homeless?
I think he was homeless.
So there was 3 homeless people, basically.
Yeah, basically. And it was a 2v1. Well,
one and a half
v1.
1.5.
Barely.
Yeah, 1.5. Well, but that's at least
I'll show you the video because I saved it. When he got out of the chair, he went straight from... I gotta say, I've never had...
You went for the genitals?
I've never had more respect for someone in my life.
Did he bite his dick?
No, he didn't.
Oh, fuck. But that's what I thought he was going for.
He wasn't throwing hands.
Obviously, he doesn't have any.
But he was throwing something.
No, he was throwing his body at it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But was he throwing some head? Was he giving
Yeah,
head?
he was giving headbutts. He was
Oh,
headbutting.
fuck,
Yeah.
he was giving head. That's always good. Nothing better than seeing a couple of homeless giving head to each other. Fuck, I love that shit. I never got to see it personally, but I think it would be very amusing. Just putting it out there.
You don't have to go far for that.
I'm sure not. I'm sure somewhere in Parkdale in Toronto you can probably see it.
Like I was saying,
at least for $5 you can probably see it.
Like I was saying, it was Florida. I mean, what do you expect?
Fuck, Florida's kind of becoming like the swamp of America. I mean, they've always been kind of
They've
swampy.
always been the swamp of America.
Yeah, they've always been kind of swampy. But lately, seems like a lot of bad shit is going on down there.
Lately, dude, it's been happening. It's always, like, I used to follow this account called Florida Man, and every day would be a new update of a different thing a Florida guy did. And one of them was, like, he ran over a crocodile, or he threw a crocodile.
But this whole Rick Allen thing, it just seems to me so strange and weird.
And it's in Florida, which everything there is... Florida's not even part of the United States at this point. I feel like it's part of the Bermuda Triangle of, like, weird shit happens there. Like, once you get there, you know, whatever happens in Florida stays in Florida.
I think the only way the story could get weirder is if the guy that beat him up was a double leg amputee.
Oh my god.
Then the story would have gotten completely, like...
Or if he was missing the alternate arm.
Oh, fuck, you think you wanted...
A arm wrestle? Because they would have been perfectly matched.
Or you wanted it back? Like,
oh
fuck! This has just gone sideways really quickly,
What
hasn't
the
it?
fuck?
I don't know, man. It's just a weird story. Like in the whole pileup of weird stories, Lars Ulrich mentioned in the news this week that he thinks that Pantera reunion is a good thing. Of course he does. They're on the same tour with them. They're just not charging $7,000 for a VIP.
Yeah, and it would. I feel like it'd be more of a disgrace if they did.
Well, but if they did and they had the VIP with 2 members, they could actually do 2 original members, which is Rex and Phil.
Yeah.
I mean, if they did 2 members and it's the other 2 fill-in guys, that would be kind of a slap in the face.
That would be so funny.
Yeah, that would be kind of a slap in the face.
Imagine you show up after paying like $7,000 to meet 2 original members, where you're basically guaranteed to meet the only 2 original members, and it's the 2 guys filling in. I'd be so sad.
Well, but they wouldn't say you're meeting 2 original members. They would say you're just meeting 2 members.
Dude, I would be so mad.
In quotes, 2 members.
I would literally go up and be like, I want my money back.
Yeah. It would be fucking hostile. That's what it would be.
Those guys would get beaten up.
Hmm?
The 2 guys would get beaten up.
For sure. They would walk.
Definitely.
Yeah.
I don't even know if they'd be able to walk.
I know. You're missing all the innuendos that I'm throwing.
No, I got you.
Okay, I thought you completely went under the radar with those. But, you know, by demons be driven. Anyhow, what else is happening in the news? Oh, yeah! Our good friends in Fallen Reverse, which pretty much means you're getting up. That's what it means. I mean, if you're falling in reverse, you're actually getting up. So, anyhow, as we all know, we talked about that in the last video, Spiritbox dropped out of the tour. They added a band that's perhaps less known than the band's opening for said band. I mean, Slaughter to Prevail is one of the opening bands, and they added a band that's less known than Slaughter to Prevail. But, you know, teach his own. And also less known than Spiritbox. I don't even remember their name. I know they do some covers and shit.
They do covers.
Yeah, but, you know, whatever. Not a big thing.
You're telling me you couldn't get an actual band to do this tour with you? Like, there's no other bands?
Maybe they just saved some money this way, because they've added some new dates to the whole tour.
Oh.
So
probably.
Maybe they're like, well, you know, if we're going to bring a band, let's bring a band that's not going to charge us a lot to be on the tour.
As much as Spiritbox would have.
Yeah.
Meaning they would make more money.
Yeah, give them a smaller cut. I mean, I don't know. Let's face the facts.
People go for that concert, they're going for Falling in Reverse.
But that lineup is stacked anyways. You got Ice Nine Kills on that lineup. You got Under Oath on that lineup. Which, by the way, Under Oath didn't drop out. So,
no,
you know, they stayed. But I know some people were thinking about it because they were a whole Christian thing and
it's
whatever.
You know what, though? I'm not going to even hate on them. Just
I know. Even Christians love money.
That's a gimme right there. Like, of course.
I mean, let's all remember how that whole religion started with Judas taking money to snitch on Jesus. Just saying.
Talks.
Try to go to church and not donate anything to that basket.
They look at you so weird.
I know, like you're going to hell. They look at you more weird than they look at each other after molesting some children. Fact.
Okay.
Because they don't look weird at each other because they're all like, hey, I got you, bro. You know, I'm just saying.
God damn.
It's true.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not saying the guys from the band. We're talking about the people in church. You know, especially in Boston and all those other areas that have been exposed, that's a good word, been exposed for the whole pedophilia shit. Allegedly. So anyway, so they got a new band on the bill. By the way, I was expecting Mr. RR to go berserk on Courtney and the folks in Spiritbox, but he didn't.
Yeah.
He said the fans are awful people. That's what he said.
That's good for him, though.
He said the fans of Spiritbox are awful people. He loves the band. He loves Courtney. And he has nothing but love and respect for the band and her. And he just feels bad for them that they had to do this because they have awful fans.
Wow, that's like the one thing I've heard from him that wasn't...
It was very mature.
Yeah, what the fuck? Like,
it was very mature.
That's like the one thing I hear from him that I fully agree with him. Like, I feel bad.
I know, but I think that was the time where his publicist had his access to the Twitters.
Nah, but
it doesn't sound like something you would say.
No, it doesn't sound like something we would say, but like it does sound like something he would probably say at the same time. Like it's not worded in the way he would say it, but it's definitely something he would say.
I have a feeling when he got the
it's
email...
too mature looking, but I feel like he would have the same like message, but in like a less mature way.
I feel like when he got the email from Courtney saying, "Hey, we're dropping out of the tour," I almost could swear that his words were, "Bitch, please."
Bitch, please.
Considering his track record, I'm just putting it out there.
Let's give the guy a little bit of if this was him and not like some publicity.
No, he said it on Twitter. I don't think anybody. I'm joking. I don't think anybody has
Yeah,
considering the shit he's been saying on Twitter,
I'm pretty sure he runs.
There's no public. Which, unfortunately for him, maybe, and for the band.
But what I'm saying is, like, we got to give him some props there because, like, it is true. I feel bad for the band, and the fan base is kind of messing up things for the band. Like that's how you know you're no longer artists who run yourself. Now you're being run by the fans.
By the way, for some of you out there that, because I see this quite a bit, when a band follows somebody who's a nobody, people go, "Oh my God, my favorite band is following me," and this and that, blah blah blah. Listen, guys. 90% of the bands on Twitter, on social media, it's not any of the band members doing the tweets, the Instagram posts, or the Facebook likes. It's their like publicist or somebody from the label.
Listen, it's only them when they say something stupid on Twitter.
I was just going to say that. If you want to know exactly who's doing what, if you want to know if your favorite band on Twitter is actually your favorite band on Twitter, or is a publicist or a label PR person, just look at what they're saying. If they're saying some really awful shit, like that makes you go like, what did they just say? They're going on tour with 3 Doors Down? What? Like, what just happened there? 20-year anniversary? What? Like, if they see some, like, crazy messed up shit, like Nickelback is better than Rush, or Nickelback is heavier than Iron Maiden, if they see some crazy shit like that, you know that's the band. That's a band member that's fucking high or on something.
Why listen to Lorna Shore when I can listen to Nickelback?
Something like that. So
please don't crop that.
If all the tweets, all the posts, all of that shit is all like fucking PG, is like, "Oh, we're gonna go on tour. Here's our new shirt." Blah 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 blah. It's not any of the band guys.
Because if they're posting only PR stuff, like literally they're only posting tours, merch, and then maybe a picture from the tour or whatever, like the picture that they take with everybody, and thank you for blah blah blah. It's most likely,
thank you Boston for the welcome reception.
Yeah,
and thank you, Rhode Island for the warm reception, and so forth.
Thank you, Real Salt Lake.
Yeah, you can always tell like when it's the
Salt Lake
band
City. And
when it's the band member, because when it's band members and something happens in the news that either they like or dislike, they can't control themselves. They have to use instead of using their own personal shit.
Not only that, there's also...
But even when you use your own personal shit, it still taints the band. So
but not only that, there could be like pictures from backstage with the band having fun. That kind of stuff. It's not the publicist. But the 3 main things to tell if it's a publicist, it's tour dates, new merch, and those pictures that everybody takes.
And nothing controversial.
There's got to be one controversial thing, man.
Because people in the left and people in the right buy your music. Just Michael Jordan said it best. So
fuck them kids.
That's not what I was meaning, but okay, that too. Well, maybe he was Christian. Catholic,
maybe he was talking about...
Maybe he was talking about some priests.
Yeah.
Well, not the Judas ones. Because those are above board. Those are definitely above board. So anyways, that's kind of a rundown of everything that's happened this week. I mean, a few other things have happened past week. But to be honest with you, if you want to see them, go check out one of those lazy websites that just regurgitate everything that everybody already knows.
And we're just here to tell you what we want. Like, we saw what's happening. We're like, okay, these are the ones we want to talk about.
Yeah, like I could tell you that, who am I thinking here? What's the... Saxon. They canceled the last tour dates because... the lead singer, Biff, got COVID. I don't even know that was a thing anymore.
Yeah, me neither.
Like, I've been talking to some bands that said that, fuck it, we all have COVID, but who fucking cares? Party on, dudes! Like, I didn't even know that was a thing anymore. But I guess because he's a vocalist and if he has COVID and he's coughing and whatever, he probably can't sing. Oh, unless, see, this is what happens. If he was the lead singer for Fozzy, then they could just pump some backing tracks.
That's true.
And he could just go out there and sing maybe 3 out of 10 words.
But it would be really bad because what if in the middle of a line he starts coughing and they realize?
They just mute the mic.
Oh, yeah.
They just mute the mic. There you go. He has a button on the mic. You can turn it on and off. You can feel a cough coming. You turn that shit off.
But then it's very obvious you're making a cough sound, so the backing track would have to stop too.
No, he can turn his back to the crowd and look at the drummer and go like this to the drummer. Like you know, pump some tires, like whatever.
Pump some tires, okay.
I mean, like, other bands have done it. I don't know. Maybe that explains a lot of those bands.
I don't even know where this video is going anymore.
It doesn't matter. It's not.
We've talked about so much. We've talked about.
Well, I'm trying to give people a little bit of rundown of everything that's going on.
Yeah, we came here to talk about whatever.
Nickelback.
Nickelback. Yeah, we all started with Nickelback. Then we went to Catholic Priest for some reason. Then we went back to Catholic Priest a little bit later. I feel like Catholic Priest was definitely a topic that made its way throughout this entire video.
It lingered. It definitely lingered. It left a lasting impression.
Yeah.
For years to come, unfortunately. All right, guys. On that note, thank you for watching this wonderful video. And be sure to come back next week. We'll have more of this, whatever this is.
Whatever this was.
Next week.
See ya.